Hello everyone, Royce here and welcome to channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature an inflorescence of flower bloom coming from the metallica cultivar known as Brendies. It's also known as Rafika Duri in Indonesia after a famous Indonesian singer or actress. The metallica Brendies name was coined in by yours truly, Alan Butler, the president of our organization, International Sansevieria Society. And what I'm showing you right now is the first stages of inflorescence or flower bloom, which is what you see would be flower bracts covering the flower tubes. The flower tubes are not yet very evident, and like I have already featured the last two episodes of the Metallica species, what you see right now, the transformation is much the same as the first two, which is the Siam Silver, and the other one would be um, the one that mutated here in the Philippines, Metallica Asuncion. So the inflorescence uh, transformation during the stage is very different. Now, the picture that I'm showing in front of you right now is the stage wherein the flower tubes are becoming very evident, and you can now see them grow in length. The only difference between the first two and this one is that the flower tubes are crooked, so they're not as straight as the Siam Silver or the Asuncion cultivars of Metallica, especially this one that I'm showing right now. The flower tubes are severely deformed or crooked, and the picture right now is two of the flower tubes have opened up or bloomed. This is the first day of inflorescence, and later on I'll show you the second or third day. During the first day, only a few will open up. Then the following day, there are going to be more that will open up. And this one right now, I think it's a third day we're in. The flower tubes that have opened up are already on the topmost portion. And then the topmost portion, you would see there that I've stated the flower tubes are just attached to the flower stalk. It's just about 1 to 2 flower tubes on a specific cluster, as compared to the bottom and mid part, wherein it's about 2 to 3. So on the second part of this content, we will also discuss it further, but this time we will be including a video clip where we will be discussing the characteristics of Sansevieria metallica Brendies flower characteristics or blooming characteristics, or the inflorescence characteristics of the said cultivar. So, folks, please stay tuned as we will be presenting the second part, and we will further discuss the inflorescence of Sansevieria metallica Brendies. Alright, folks, we're back in this second part of content where we will be discussing about the inflorescence of flower bloom of the metallica cultivar known as Brendies. And like I mentioned, it is also known as Rafika Duri, named after a famous Indonesian singer when it was spread through Indonesia. I'm sorry. So anyway, the official name though is Metallica Brendies, and I already shown you the stages of inflorescence on the first part of the content, which concludes that it is part of the Metallica species. Although Brendies or Rafika Duri is very unique, perhaps, or very interesting or strange. More so because I'm not sure if this only happened on this particular specimen, but like I mentioned, Rafika Duri or Brendies is really an interesting cultivar of Metallica. And as you can see, the flower tubes on Metallica Brendies are kind of distorted, and I'm not sure if that's normal. This is the first time that I am covering the inflorescence for Metallica Brendies. It's just that Metallica Brendies is also very unique among the cultivars of Metallica species of Sansevieria. That is because among the species, it is the only one that is having spikes at the back part of the leaf. So I'm focusing on the spikes. Like I mentioned, the spikes are these growth on the back part of the leaf, and like I mentioned, it is very interesting and very strange because I have not seen the characteristics on any other Sansevieria species except for this uh, cultivar of metallica. These are more of the spikes. You could say that it's an abnormality, perhaps, and that would explain also having strangely distorted flower tubes coming from the cultivar of metallica brandy. So this is very strange. The spikes would grow with a longitudinal line on the back part of the leaf. They do not or never grow on the front part of the leaf, but what happens is that there is going to be a ridge formed, or this indention would be formed. It's protruding on the leaf. It's like you stuck a glue gun on it, and I don't know if I can focus on it, but that's how it looks like. It's like a solid line on the middle part, and it's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that the spikes are just going at the back part of the leaf, but this concludes also that the spikes are growing in the front portion of the leaf as well, because this is the back part of the leaf. uh, Sorry, the camera is out of focus. That is the back part of the leaf, and you would see that the back part is actually lighter green in color compared to the front part of the leaf. So the front part of the leaf is highly mottled with dark green color, and actually I'm kinda making the observation, and I didn't notice that the spike could also grow on the front part of the leaf of Sansevieria metallica brandy. So the species is metallica, and then the cultivar's name is brandy. So that's just one example. The spikes are not on all parts of the leaf. They may appear on some leaf on different offset, but not exactly on all parts of the leaf. The others don't have the spikes, but if you grow them in a clump, then they would eventually give you a spike on the back part of the leaf. So actually, it's when in terms of averaging, the spike is minimal in occurrence. And then also, Metallica Brandies is a variegated type of cultivar. You would see that there are very thin yellow margins on the sides of the leaf. Then you could also see that there are white, as well as white variegations after the yellow edgings of the Sansevieria metallica brandy. So that's the other leaf over there, and there are some abnormalities that are growing on the leaf itself. Namely, that I mentioned that there are going to be like ridges or canals on the leaf that's supposed to be just a flat leaf for usual metallicas. Here's another example of the variegations on the sides of the leaf. The edges are yellow, then followed by whitish striations on the sides, but striations are not actually as thick as the thiam silver. Sorry about that. And then that's I guess everything else is just the same as metallicas. This is the leaf tip. All metallicas have the same leaf tip. The only difference is that the spikes appear through some parts of the leaf, and then you can see the yellow margins as well as the whitish striations as variegations on Metallica Brendies. So aside from that, everything else is the same. You could perhaps measure the leaf length, but before that, let's just finish off with the inflorescence characteristics. So this is how the flower tubes would look like when they bloom, and this is the first day of bloom. The other flower tubes have not opened yet. You can see some abnormalities there, so I'm not sure if that's normal on all Metallica Brendies. They're quite opening, although they're not supposed to, I would say, because they have to grow longer leaves for them to open, like these three that first opened up. So there are abnormalities, and this is how the this is the peduncle, the one that I'm focusing. Let me hold the camera. This is the peduncle, and these are peduncle bracts. They get left as the flower stalk grow further. The peduncle bracts get left on the bottom part. You'd also have these are wilted flower bracts. So on the first days of the transformation, that's very evident, and you could already conclude that they're metallica upon seeing the first stages of the flower spike growing on your Sansevieria metallica species. So aside from that, flowers per cluster, normally the metallica would grow 4, but with metallica Brendies, I just see the maximum of 3. Some are 2. They're really minimal in terms of flower tubes. Like I mentioned, it might have been caused by the mutation for this particular cultivar. So for some experts, I guess it's inaccurate to really base the species on the flowers per cluster, but they can help as one of the factors, not just solely one though, like others would already deny the species the moment that they find something very strange about the flower tubes or flower per cluster count. But you have to take it as a whole. That is my own, in my experience, as such, like what I am showing you right now, which is as we go through identifying or checking out or gathering data with regards to cultivars and species, I have to say what I see. So that's what I see, so that's what I'll say, despite of what other experts might conclude. I would say what I have observed with regards to the species that I feature on the channel. So folks, I guess this is it for this content. I believe I have tackled everything except for I guess the leaf measurement for this particular metallica cultivar. Because they're metallicas, I would say that they would have the same leaf width and leaf length. This one is a bit short. That is because it receives sufficient sunlight, sometimes enough to burn it. That is why the leaf are very compact and short. I have some metallica Brendies on the back part of the nursery or garden, which are having way longer leaves than this one, and that is because they don't receive sufficient sunlight. So there is some sort of leaf etiolation that is going on with regards to not plants not having enough sunlight. So folks, I guess we will end the content with what we have already discussed. So if you have any further questions or suggestions, just leave a comment below and I'll try to answer it as best as I could. And then if you enjoyed watching what I presented, Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Would really appreciate it. So, folks, thank you for watching. You have a great day and goodbye.